Welcome to Coach's Corner with Dexter Hendricks, presented by Big Red on Fidelity Local 6. And Coach Hendricks, good to see you again this week. Coming off a big win Friday night down at Sheridan, a 9-point win for the Panthers.
Yeah, great win for us. I think the most important thing, because it was a conference win, so I feel really fortunate to get out of Sheridan on the road with a win against a great team that we have a lot of respect for. So hopefully we can just keep that momentum going in conference play.
It was a unique experience, and certainly sports is a big thing to us, but life is more important. And a tragedy that struck that community last week, and certainly our thoughts and prayers to the Moody family in that loss. I know it was a very emotional night down there for the Sheridan community and for your team and students and fans as well.
You're exactly right, Jim. It really puts things in perspective. Basketball is just a small part of life, when you really take a step back and look at it. So we definitely have those guys in our thoughts and prayers, and with the Moody family and the whole Sheridan School District, because I can't imagine dealing with something like that and having to turn around and try to win a basketball game. But we have tremendous respect for those guys. It was a very emotional night. I thought Sheridan played really well, as they have a big part of this season. So, nights like that, you just want to try to make it through the night, play well, and get as most out of your team. But you're exactly right. You realize what's important, and a young man's life like that, you just hate to see that, and definitely have their family in our prayers.
And you were telling me a real neat touch between the two student bodies down there Friday night.
Yes, a senior here in our students, kind of a leader in our student section, so-called, Matt Thomas, really presented the student section at Sheridan with a card, just let them know that our school had their student section and their students in our thoughts and prayers, and letting them know that we really felt for their loss and was there for them if they needed anything. So just a really cool moment there. I wouldn't want to say it's a great moment because it's under the circumstances, but a really thoughtful moment of our student body. And I think that says a lot about our administration, our school district, and most importantly, our kids. How great our kids are, and for them to do that before the game, I thought was really special. Very
good. Neat moment, a lot of maturity and a special touch between the two student bodies. Then you get to the ball game, and Jay Peters has a double-double, a really good night for Jay.
Yeah, very good night. I don't think he scored it as well as he normally does, but he got out in transition, got some easy baskets early, and was very effective. And I think the most important thing, they have a great player named Tyler Cleveland that came in really hot in our game, and Jade played great defense on him in the second half. I think only allowed Tyler 3 points in the second half, so we really tried to take him out of the game. Jay had a lot of help with Skylar as well. Those two guys we really try to count on a lot defensively for us. But Jay was, and again, like you said in the stats, he shared the basketball really well, made some really good passes, found Fred underneath a few times, hit Shaheed out in the break a couple times. So for his performance coming back, I thought it was really strong for us, so hopefully we can carry that over this week.
Another big night for Weston Riddick, 16 points, and I believe you were telling me he's about 19 threes away from hitting 200 for his high school career.
He's a special kid with a special ability to shoot the basketball. I met Weston at the gym this morning at 6:30, and he got up over 300 shots this morning, and he's just a kid that's going to work. He's a gym rat, and those threes they were huge for us, very timely. And teams know how well he can shoot it, and they try to do some different things. And I think Weston will be the first one to give credit to his teammates of finding him and setting screens for him to get open. So we'll definitely need his ability to shoot the basketball and stretch the defense as the conference season goes on.
And another big game for Fred Harris, and not just scoring points in the paint, but rebounding for you Friday night.
Yes, Jim, I think we've talked about before, rebounding is kind of our Achilles. We struggle at that time with our size, but Fred does a lot of that, makes up for us. Man, he just has a huge heart, and he's very strong, aggressive player for us. So he did a good job executing on the offensive end, putting himself in position to score and then rebounding for us. He had a couple big-time blocks, too, at the end of the game, and then taking care of the defensive glass was very important. So we'll need those. We'll need all five guys that are on the floor rebound for us, but most of the time he leads us in that category.
Those were kind of the big three on the stat sheet. Who are some of the unsung heroes Friday night for you in the win?
Well, I think you definitely have to start with Shaheed. He does, he's got everybody's pressure, even though we turned the ball over 14 times, and that was a high for us this year. But I think it was more, don't want to take any credit away from Sheridan. I think it was more mental errors on us. But overall, I thought Shaheed did a great job executing, having a flow of our offense, in the right spots, having everybody in the right positions. And then Skylar Angel is another one that, man, he gives everything. He plays his heart out and plays so hard. And that's something we're really proud of this senior group and this team this year is they play with great effort. We never have to worry about that. And when they do that and they play smart along with playing with great effort, we like our chances. But those two guys did a lot of good things for us. And Connor Croft didn't get a whole lot of minutes, but when he came in and gave us a couple big stops defensively, and so those guys really helped us out as well.
We got to visit with 3 of your seniors, and you're going to see that after the break here momentarily. Skylar, kind of the social one.
Yeah.
Fred, the studious one with the glasses, and Shaheed, the shy one. Skylar kind of threw you under the bus there in that interview. Talked about you getting on him a little. You're such a good-natured guy. I can't imagine you coming down too hard. But I guess sometimes you come down on Skylar and he turns the defense up a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes, you have to a lot of fire under him sometimes. And Skylar's a great kid, a great story for us. Really put a lot of hard work in his sophomore and junior year. Didn't play a whole lot of minutes for us those first 2 years, and his minutes have gone up. Obviously a starter for us now his senior year, playing a lot of minutes and playing a huge role in this team. And I think he understands that, and sometimes we have to remind him what his role is, and as he likes to shoot the ball from outside some. But Skylar's a great kid. I love him to death. Plays extremely hard, and like we tell him all the time, we want, if we're not coaching him hard as we can, we're cheating him, but most of the time we don't have to worry about that with this group because they bring that effort, but it always helps with a few reminders every once in a while.
You see these personalities come out when you get to talk to these guys. How challenging is that as a coach, because you've got all these different young men, different personalities, different backgrounds. You're trying to meld them into one team. How big of a challenge is that for you as a coach?
It's a huge challenge. It's something that I've really I think I've learned a lot over my earlier in my coaching career, that part's probably more important than X and O's. The biggest challenge you have, I think, in this generation is getting kids to play together as a team. Getting kids to just work together, and it sounds funny, but just like one another, want to be around one another. But that's something that's been so enjoyable. I've been a head coach for 6 years now, and I'm going to my 6th year, and this is no doubt my most enjoyable team, and that has a lot to do with just being around them every day. They work together. They want to please you. They want to do things the right way. You don't have to worry about them off the floor. And but that is, I can't always say that about my teams in the past. It's a challenge to get those guys to work together. And as everybody wants playing time, I wish we could play more than 5 at one time, but that's just the way the game works. So I think these guys are understanding their roles and what their job is on the team. And our younger guys, I think they truly understand that their time's coming and that they're doing everything they can to get our team ready to play on Tuesdays and Fridays.
The team concept with this group, you're real happy with?
Yes, very happy. I think they're not perfect by no means, and they have to be reminded of what's best for our team every once in a while. Just like I'm sure every team in America right now, but they are. We're very happy with them. We feel like they've learned a lot that can not only help in this basketball season, but later on in life. I think they've learned a lot of good values and how to be unselfish and how to work and have discipline and how to be tough, through tough times. I think how to keep that edge, so-called. I think they've really learned that, and hopefully you'll see that as you watch us play, and then I really feel confident you'll see these guys will carry that as they graduate high school.
Outstanding. This week, 2 games on the schedule. Tuesday night, it's the McClellan Lions coming to pay a visit. First look at McClellan this year in conference play.
Yes, a very, very dangerous team. Coach Treat does a great job with them. They definitely have our full attention and respect. They're a great basketball team. They're extremely athletic, and something that they do really well is something we struggle from time to time, and that's rebounding. They have Marcus Hill, number 3. He's a monster on the glass, a great offensive rebounder, and they have a couple guys along with him that really hit the boards hard and chase the ball off the glass. So we got to do a good job finding those guys, trying to keep them out of the paint, making them speed us from the outside and keeping them out of transition. And offensively, we got to handle the pressure. They're going to press us. They're going to trap us and send 2 at us all night. So we got to do a good job executing both of those things. And if we do that, I like our chances. And if we come and play with our effort, but those 2 things are a lot easier said than done. So hopefully we'll definitely go to work today on that in practice and try to get ready for tomorrow.
That's a team that won a state championship just 2 years ago. I think Chris has won a couple of state championships while at McClellan. So while it may be a bit of a rebuilding year for them, still a team that's very dangerous.
Yes. Anytime, they're a program. Even though, like you say, so-called rebuilding years, they're still, very, very competitive. And Chris is a great coach, but I think he's an even better person. He's a great guy. I think someone we've all looked to in the coaching profession, and obviously has had a lot of success there at McClellan. So, I always tell Chris when I see him, it's great to see you, but I hate coaching against you. So your team. So it's one of those. They're definitely a team we have to be ready for, and we're not taking lightly at all. And we'll definitely get their best shot. And we expect them to play their best game of the year Tuesday night.
And then Friday, you go down to Jefferson County and play the Whitehall Bulldogs to start the second round of conference play, a team you played just a couple of weeks ago and won fairly handily here at home.
Right. That's they had a couple guys out, I think, with maybe some suspensions and some rule breaking, some team violations, that kind of stuff that play major minutes for them. Normally, they were out at our place, so they beat Watson Chapel Friday night, and those guys played. So I think they're obviously a totally different team now with those guys in the lineup. So we'll have to be ready for those guys. And then you throw a whole nother wrinkle in there. It's on the road at their place. They're well coached. They have great fans and students, so we expect that to be another tough environment on the road and a great challenge for us.
Do you worry about trying to get the kids' attention after such an easy win against that group at home? How do you get their attention to give their all with a team they beat by 30 points first time around?
That's a great point, Jim, because even as coaches, we tend to work a lot harder, have more of an edge after we lose a game. If you win a game, I think that's my job as the head coach, to keep that edge on our team with our coaching staff, to say, let's still find a way to get better. Let's keep that edge, just like we would if we lost a game. I think it's human nature. If you lose, you're probably not as bad as you think you are, and when you win, you're probably not as good as you think you are. So we got to keep that balance and keep that edge towards us, and that's something we'll definitely remind our guys before we make that trip to Whitehall on Friday. You're
getting ready to go into the stretch run, the second round of conference play. You feel good about where the team is heading into this last leg of the season?
I do. I like where our team is, just sort of mental state. I think we've done a good job, and something we've really stated to our guys all year long is our goal was to be playing our best basketball at the end of February. We didn't want a so-called peak at the middle of the season, even though I don't know if you can control that as much. But we want to be playing our best at the end of the year. So if we're not improving, or if we feel like we've maxed out, we're in trouble. We're in the wrong, we feel like. So we want to just keep improving and getting better and better. And I think if we do that each day and each practice, each game, I really like our chances. And I think our kids understand that for the first time this year. Me being at Benton, that this is where we want to be in February. This is when it so-called really matters. But the process of dealing with that is just improving each and every day.
Outstanding. The Panthers are 13-5, getting ready to head into the stretch run of the season. On Tuesday night, they'll host the McClellan Lions here at home. We'll have that broadcast for you on Fidelity Local 6. And then on Friday, the Panthers travel down to Whitehall to face the Bulldogs. Good luck, Coach Hendricks. 2-0 week ahead, we hope. So we're going to step aside and take a break. When we come back, we'll have three Panther seniors, Skylar Angelo, Fred Harris, and Shaheed Hawk join us for an interview with them. This is Benton Panther Coach's Corner on Fidelity Local 6, brought to you by Big Red.
Hey there, welcome to Big Red. Is this all?
That's it.
Do you have a rewards card?
I do not.
Well, the more you buy, the more you save on gas. Is this it? Anything else?
Let me get the kids' Skittles.
And the Skittles. Hey there, welcome to Big Red. Hi.
You got my Skittles.
Welcome back to Coach's Corner with Dexter Hendricks, presented by Big Red. We're going to have a chance to visit with some of the Panther seniors, and we're going to begin with Skylar Angelo. Skylar, welcome.
Well, thanks for having me.
Tell me about the team this year. How do you feel the team's doing?
We're doing pretty well. I mean, if we play hard, we usually have really good games. So if we keep that up, we'll have a great rest of the year.
Y'all had a big game last Friday night at Sheridan, a big win down there on an emotional night for the Sheridan folks.
Yeah, I think that's why they played extra hard. I mean, it was a really good team, the best Sheridan team I've ever played, so it was a good game.
So the Panthers, conference-wise, overall 13-5. You feel that's about where the team should be right now?
I think we could do better than that, but I think we're in a good spot where we are now.
What about your role on the team?
Well, I just go out there and try to play hard and keep everybody playing hard, and it's usually what just energy all the time.
Yeah. Offense or defense? Which end of the floor do you prefer?
I prefer defense when I'm not getting yelled at.
By Coach Fishburne or Coach Hendricks?
Coach Fishburne doesn't yell at me as much as Coach Hendricks does.
Oh, yeah? We'll have to ask him about that here in a minute. So you like playing defense, huh?
Yeah, I like it. I like face guarding people to keep them from scoring at all, but defense is pretty fun.
Awesome. So what are Skylar's plans after Benton High School?
I'm going to move to Fayetteville and probably do 1 year at NWAC and then transfer to Arkansas.
Okay. Best of luck to you, Skylar. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, we're joined now by Fred Harris. And, Fred, you're the big man in the middle for this team.
Yes, sir, I am. Big man down low.
How you like playing post?
I like it. I've played post my whole life, and I feel that I'm strong enough to play down there with most of the guys.
Not the tallest post player, but maybe one of the strongest. How do you defend these guys that are 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" that you have to go up against?
Coach Fish tells me to use my legs a lot. I got pretty strong legs, and so I push them out of the way most of the time, but I think I can handle them.
You enjoy defending the tall guys?
Yeah, I get it's a lot of fun doing it. I get a kick out of it.
Coach Hendricks was showing me some stats. You're shooting right at 70% from the floor this year.
Yes, sir. Coach Hendricks got a lot of good plays drawn up for me, and I got a lot of guys that can get the ball to me real easy, so it's good for me this year.
How about the team overall? How do you feel the team's doing so far?
We started off to a great start this year. I mean, we've played a lot of good teams, and I feel even though we lost some of those games, we can still come back and beat those guys. We had a great start this year, and, I mean, even doing great at conference right now, really.
Big win at Sheridan Friday night. Tough emotional night for those folks. What was that like playing in that game on that night?
It was great playing at Sheridan. Sorry about the loss they had, but it was a great crowd, great atmosphere. We love to play at Sheridan. They love to play us.
Kind of the one rivalry left after the conference got realigned.
Yeah, it was. It's a good game.
So when you think about the rest of the season, you feel good about where the Panthers are right now going into the stretch run?
Yes, sir. Coach Hendricks keeps encouraging us and tells us we got to fight more and more each day. If we want it, we got to go get it. And we got a lot of good teams left in the conference, and once we get to the tournament, there are even better teams there. And so we just got to keep going hard and practice every day and don't let anything go.
So what are Fred's plans after Benton High School?
I'm going to go attend UCA and do physical therapy there probably.
Physical therapy major at UCA. Outstanding. Fred, best of luck to you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Mr. Jim.
All right, we're joined now by Panther senior Shaheed Hawk. And Shaheed, we were just talking, you're as tall as Fred is, and yet you don't get a lot of play in the post.
No, sir. I'm guard, point guard.
You like having the ball in your hands on every offensive possession?
Yes, sir. I just like to make plays, get my team involved.
You're kind of the slasher. You like to take that ball up high and kind of find the crease in the defense. Does that kind of fit your talent and what you like to do in basketball?
Yes, sir. I just like to, play above the rim, get the crowd involved in the game.
Speaking of playing above the rim, you had the dunk of the year at Watson Chapel. That was outstanding.
Yes, sir. I just had to. He was talking stuff the whole game.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So it wasn't just a big dunk kind of proving a point, huh?
Yes, sir.
So how's the team doing this year, in your opinion?
We're pretty good. Just got to keep fighting strong and play hard.
Big win at Sheridan Friday night. What was that like on an emotional night down there?
Oh, it was pretty nice. We played well. We really should have beat them worse than what we did, but it's all right.
Coach Hendricks will show me you're averaging 9.9 points per game right now. Get over that 10-point hump, huh?
Yes, sir. Just like to get my assists.
You like to share the ball? You get a lot of joy out of assists?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding. So what are Shahid's plans after Benton High School?
Hopefully to get a scholarship in basketball and take my basketball career further on.
Are you being recruited by anybody right now?
Not that I know of.
Okay. But hope that opportunity comes, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any ideas about walking on somewhere if you don't get a scholarship offer?
Not thought about that much.
Okay. Just go win a conference championship and then a state championship, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, outstanding. Shahid, good luck to you the rest of the way. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We are leaps and bounds ahead of all of our competitors in all of our markets, which sets us apart. What our internet allows you to do is it allows you to grow and expand and continue to do exactly what you want to do and not see any downtime or anything like that with your service. We're constantly proactively trying to make that service, our services, better for the customer. And it's a tops down thing. It's from the executive team all the way down to our customer care agents. Everyone really truly cares about it, which makes Fidelity a unique company to work for.
For all of your internet, television, and phone needs, call Fidelity or visit us online today.
Hey there, welcome to Big Red. Is this all?
That's it.
Do you have a rewards card?
I do not.
Well, the more you buy, the more you save on gas. Is this it? Anything else?
Let me get the kids' Skittles.
And the Skittles. Hey there, welcome to Big Red. Hi.
You got my Skittles.
Bring home the best in local high school sports with Fidelity Local 6. Catch the players, the rivalries, and the fans that make game days electrifying in your hometown. Watch live broadcasts or on demand with Fido, the whole home DVR entertainment experience. It's the local coverage you want. Fidelity Local 6, the best in local high school sports coverage.
That's it for this week on Panther Coach's Corner with Dexter Hendricks. We've had a joy this week talking to three Panther seniors, Skylar Angelo, Fred Harris, and Shahid Hawk. Three great young men, three great Benton Panthers. Panthers again this week play the McClellan Lions at home and then go on the road to Whitehall, and we wish the Panthers all the best this week. Till next week, this is Jim Gardner. Thank you for joining us for Panther Coach's Corner, brought to you by Big Red on Fidelity Local 6.